Hello, welcome back to ECS Coffee. My name is Rebecca, and today we are going to be having a look at the Lelit Mara X. This is kind of a revisit video, and there is a new version of the Lelit Mara X, the Mara X V2, which has some really cool upgrades. So we'll talk about that later on in the video, but first let's get back into the Lelit Mara X, see how it's been performing over the last few years that we've had it, some things that we like, and if there's anything that we dislike about it as well. Okay, so quick overview of the machine. It is a beautiful stainless steel body. It is a heat exchange boiler with PID, so that means it has temperature control. So your coffee is brewing at the right temperature and your steam is steaming at the right temperature. This machine also has a coffee mode and a steaming mode. So depending on what you are brewing, you are able to swap between your coffee mode and your steaming mode. So that one is just on the side here. And then underneath you have a low, medium, high temperature setting as well. So you can play around with that. The difference isn't going to be massive, but if you are somebody that likes your coffee like really, really hot, you do have the option to increase your temperature there for the overall machine. This guy has a 58mm portafilter, and it has cool to the touch, steam wand, and water spout with the beautiful knobs here. The cool to the touch is a great feature to have on any kind of semi-automatic machine because you can grab your wand, you're able to manipulate the milk a little bit easier, and you don't run the risk of burning your fingers, because that does happen. Okay. It has a 2.5 liter reservoir just on the back here. It comes with everything you need as well. So it comes with a nice tamper, it comes with a portafilter. Not the one we're using today, which is a bottomless, because they're fun to brew with. It comes with one with two spouts, and it kind of looks like a little slide that your espresso is coming out of. And that portafilter also lays level, which is fantastic and so easy for tamping and making sure that your tamping is level and you're not lopsided there. So that's fantastic. It has mechanical pre-infusion as well. So unlike some of the other machines on the market that are similar to this unit that have manual pre-infusion, this one you don't get the ability to increase or decrease your pre-infusion time. The machine's just gonna do it itself. This one does have a vibratory pump as well, and it's very quiet in operation. It's not very loud, which is nice in the home setting. So we're gonna make a few coffees with this machine. We'll make just an espresso, then we'll use the steam wand, we'll use the water spout as well, and then after that, we'll talk about some of the upgrades to see on the Mara X V2. All right, so let's get grinding. We are using the Baratza Sete 30 today. One of the other things we love about this machine, and we have said it before, especially if you've come into the store to see this machine, this model is so user-friendly with your grinders. So we have paired it with everything from the Baratza Encore up to like the Sete 270, and it always performs well. You're able to get a good espresso shot no matter what. I think I've pulled like 3 kind of crappy shots from this machine, but otherwise it's consistently giving you good espresso. It's not that hard to dial in, and it must be something to do with the group head that kind of goes over my head, but we love pulling shots in this machine because they always turn out so good. So I know that this machine is already dialed in because I just pulled a shot from it as well, and of course it was perfect pretty much from the get-go because that's just the way this machine works. So let's just get grinding, get brewing, and steaming some milk. You see the crema is settling. It smells super good. I think I've got Colombian espresso in there right now, which is my favorite. Oh yeah, that's super good. Okay, fantastic. I'm gonna pour that into my other mug. We're gonna steam some milk. So this is a little bit of a powerful steaming wand. Getting the hang of using a more powerful steam wand is a learning curve. Using a manual steaming wand is a learning curve already, but when it can produce as much power as this one can, it's even more so a learning curve. However, it's nice because you can increase or decrease the amount of pressure that you are putting out by using the knob. So you can see here as I turn the knob open, my pressure is coming out and increasing. And then coming back off. And I've just steamed, but I can still grab my steam wand, which is really nice and handy. It's a pretty mobile wand as well. So depending on where you are or how you're, situated in your kitchen, you're able to comfortably hold your mug and your steaming jug and be able to achieve a nice microfoam and not worry about the positioning of your wand too much, because you can really have it at any place, which is very nice. I love a mobile wand, really hate stationary wands. I think it makes steaming milk way harder, so this is great. You've got the hot water spout over here. I'm just going to pour some hot water out into my used cup so that you can see how fast the water comes out. It comes out very hot as well. So this would be for an Americano drinker, or if you had some tea drinkers in the house too, you could theoretically get rid of your kettle and just use the water coming out of this wand over here. So it's just gonna come out really, really hot and fast. So you can see that steam, and that is already full. So doing Americano, tea, anything like that, super easy, super fast. This machine has everything you need. All right, I'm gonna steam my milk. We're gonna have a nice latte cappuccino today, depending on what I'm feeling while I'm steaming my milk. I'll set my shot up there just to keep it nice and warm. Give my wand another purge, and I'll set up to steam. All right, so if you haven't seen our video on how to steam milk, have a look at that, because it's a great introduction on steaming milk on any espresso machine. We used a different machine than this one, more of an entry-level espresso machine, but the technique is transferable to any espresso machine with a steaming wand. That's not a Panarello wand. So I'm gonna anchor my jug, have my steaming wand on top of the milk, and open up my valve. And it heats up really fast. So sometimes the more powerful a steaming wand, the more difficult it is to steam, but it also means that you're able to get better foam. It just requires more practice, a little bit better technique, but practice makes perfect. You're not gonna get everything right out of the gate. See? Still able to grab my wand and turn her off. Great. Make sure that you've got a cloth, unlike me, around to wipe down your steam wand. Nice. And we've got, ooh, milk on my hand. We've got some nice marshmallow foam milk here. And into my beautiful espresso. Oh. Delicious. Okay. And we're gonna stop the video now so I can enjoy my cappuccino. So like we said before, we've had this machine now for a few years. It's been really popular with customers coming in that want a more professional style semi-automatic home espresso machine. People really love the look of this machine. As you can tell, it's beautiful. The knobs are interchangeable, or you can change them out. You can purchase those online from Lelit. They love the 58 millimeter portafilter and the quality of espresso it puts out. It's a solid machine. It makes good espresso, like we said before as well. And it's relatively easy to use as well. When you break it down, it's steaming, coffee or espresso, and hot water. It's really not that difficult. It just takes a little bit of getting used to all of the little knobs and the levers and everything like that. But after a few uses, it's second nature. People like that you can pair it with relatively inexpensive grinders as well. So this grinder is not a top of the line grinder. It's a good grinder. It makes a consistent grind size, and it's not overly staticky either. But it's also not, you know, $700 for a grinder. This is around a $300 grinder, and the unit itself is just under $2,400. So yeah, we love this machine. If you want to have a look at this machine, you can come in store and demo it at our Burlington location, and you know, go through the grinders with us and other things like that. Lit does have their own grinders that pair nicely with their machines as well. But of course, we've got the Saute 30 that we use all the time with this machine here. So a little bit about the V2. Let's talk about that next. So the Lelit Mara X V2. There's been a couple upgrades with this machine, some technical, some aesthetic. The aesthetic upgrades are it's now available in a matte white and a matte black as well with wooden knobs. So it looks really sharp. It's a really great, more modern look in your kitchen. And it's nice that they opened it up to those other colors, because customers frequently come in looking for colors that are black or white, because they just don't want the stainless. Stainless, you get fingerprints all over it, and it requires a little bit more upkeep to keep it looking fresh and new. Some of the technical upgrades are internal, but one of them that's really cool is the coffee mode and the steaming mode. So they upgraded those, so in your coffee mode, you're going to be getting, it's even more geared towards your coffee. On the way we have it on the old one, or the regular Mara X, there is a little bit of a difference, but it's not super drastic. So if you are a strictly Americano drinker or espresso drinker like myself, except for I guess today where I enjoyed that one little cappuccino. So if you are just an Americano and espresso drinker, you're really going to notice the benefits and the quality of your espresso when you're in the coffee mode on the V2. And same goes with steaming. If you are a latte and cappuccino drinker, the steaming mode in the V2 is much more powerful, and you're going to notice a really big difference. Some of the upgrades in the machine are more mechanical and not for the layman. So I'm not going to try to talk about something that I don't fully understand myself, but there are some mechanical upgrades that make the machine better than the regular Mara X. So just keep that in mind when you're looking online at the units, that there has been some really great upgrades. Thanks for watching, guys. Remember to hit that subscribe button to stay up to date with us, and the notification bell to get a reminder when we upload any new videos. Give us a thumbs up if you liked our video, and leave us a comment down below. You can follow us on our Facebook, Instagram, and TikTok, which we'll link on the side here.